bounce back to Coach White. So, Coach.
Yeah, obviously, we got behind there early, and congratulations to Oklahoma. They played well. They hit the ball extremely well off Tegan Kavan. We had to make that change, and we were able to kind of slow them down a little bit. We did fight back pretty hard there and made a game of it, and it was really interesting at the end. But unfortunately, we lost out on this one. But great to have a good crowd out there. Obviously, we set an attendance record for them, which is awesome. We keep doing that wherever Texas goes. We did that at Oklahoma State on Wednesday. So people are wanting to see quality teams play, and that was obvious from the two teams that are out there today.
Questions for Reese?
Yeah, I guess first of all, Reese, what did you notice out of Sam Landry? Obviously, y'all were able to get to her a couple times with 2 outs there in the middle innings, but couldn't push it more than that.
Yeah, Sam's a great pitcher. Her off speed was definitely difficult for us to adjust to and hit. I think that was the biggest thing is we have to stay aggressive on our hard stuff, and that's what we didn't pull through in those big moments on.
Reese, what did you see out of Tegan today?
I think overall she was hitting her spots for the most part, and Oklahoma just came out and they punched. They were aggressive. They were swinging at first pitch. They were hitting all over the plate. So I think just doing a better job as an offense next time, going up and punching the way they did.
She was pitching 70 most of the, 71, 72 at times. So she was throwing as hard as she normally does, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Reese, tripped down 6-0. What was the mood there, and how encouraging is it the way that you guys were able to fight back?
Yeah, I think that shows our Texas fight. It's always there. It's always gonna be part of this team's culture, this team's what we're about. So it takes one hit, one spark to light us up, and you saw that today. And we're hoping to start the game off tomorrow with that Texas fight instead of waiting until the 4th inning.
Anything else for Reese? Great. Questions for Chris?
Do I leave?
Yeah.
Coach, what did you see out of Tegan today?
Obviously I thought her velocity was really good. The first inning was really well done, but then you just make one mistake, and I just think maybe she started doubting herself a little bit. Haven't had a chance to talk to her. You got to let her settle down, but we'll get into that part and just figure out what she was thinking in those situations. You don't know if the pressure of the moment got to her a little bit, and she tried to be too fine. The umpire there were some close pitches there, that could have gone either way, that they didn't. But overall, she did the best she could in that situation. Just pleased with our pitching staff coming in and holding them down for the most part.
That's good. Goes into what worked so well for Mac to kind of sell that down for you guys. The offense had the chance to get back into it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you got to do. You got to bring something in and make that. Obviously the grand slam was the big blow that put the separator, made it 6 runs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was the difference. So that's a tough number to come back from, but we were able to put some runs on the board and like I said, make a game of it in the end.
Coach, how do you approach going up against a pitcher like Sam Landry? And it took the offense a little bit to get going, but a couple of those 2-out rallies that you guys were able to have, what went into that as well?
Yeah, obviously, she's got multiple tools at her disposal, and Jen Roach has been around quite a long time. She knows what she's doing out there with a pitcher of that caliber. So it can be difficult, but, we've just got to be more disciplined at the plate. I think that we were letting some good pitches go, which Oklahoma wasn't. They were attacking those pitches that we made mistakes on, and we didn't. And then we started to chase, and that's not a recipe for a good result. So that's kind of what happened.
How tough is that to balance when obviously you want to make Landry work and get deep in counts, but then you also want to be able to jump on hittable pitches?
Yeah, it's being patiently aggressive. You got to be ready to jump on it. As Coach Singh says, you get 3 pitches. You get the pitcher's pitch, the umpire's pitch, and your pitch. And you don't want to miss your pitch, letting it go. And unfortunately, I think we kind of did that. But there's a learning experience in every loss, we hope, and we can come back tomorrow and make that adjustment and be a little more aggressive early on.
Like you played Oklahoma in OKC, at Frdiay. What did you make of your guys' first trip into Loves today?
It's a great stadium. It's a great setup. I think they've set the standard for all softball fields in the country, and I'm hoping my AD's looking, and watching. And obviously we're a little landlocked, but we need to up the ante. If you can build it and put 4,000 people, hey, let's go. So I think it's just the game's at a great point right now. A lot of people are watching it on TV. The Olympics come in 28. There's another boost for it. It's a great game. It's a great sport, and I think it's starting to catch on. Now we just need to promote it and then stop worrying about this not being a revenue sport and saying, hey, a lot of people want to watch it. So, yeah.
Are you guys thinking about a new stadium, or are you just hoping?
No, we've got some plans. Obviously, we're landlocked a little bit, you
So
know.
you have to tear down yours, right?
We have to tear down or renovate one of the two. So that footprint's real small, or move it, and I don't think that's going to happen, you know, with land prices in Austin. But we're certainly hoping that we can kind of build something up to standard for the SEC. I mean, a lot of the stadiums in the SEC are very good.
Any more questions?
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.